Steven Stamkos had a press conference today, saying that he's walking now on
He
his own
walked.
power.
He walked
Yeah,
in the stadium. It's unbelievable. No crutches. Soft cast.
yeah. My concerns are they rushing him? Do you think there's any? Is there a downside here if they rush this guy back? I understand that they want him back fast, and maybe Team Canada, but Tampa needs this guy to be their cornerstone for the next 10 years. Do you see this being a problem? Do you see this a good? I don't know. How do you see this, Neil?
Well, I don't think that they. First of all, I don't think his agent, nor him, nor his parents would allow him to be rushed back if it wasn't healthy for him. I think that the thing is that the NHL, and for that matter, all the major sports leagues have amazing medical advances in getting people back on track. I heard just the other day of a weightless treadmill that they're going to try with him, where your body is actually in zero gravity, and you can put as much gravity into it as you want to give the leg and the muscles the ability not to atrophy and or atrophy, whatever way you say that word. And that was the thing that I was most concerned about when I saw the injury the first day, was that you put on a cast for 3 to 4 months, and when you pull your leg out, it's half the size of your other leg, and most of your rehab goes into building those muscles back up. And if they can find a way to keep those muscles strong, that'll mean that as soon as the calcium and the leg bone itself has repaired itself to the point where the physician feels it can take all the weight bearing, then it's just a matter of getting your timing back. So I don't think they would rush him back, Pat. I understand the question, and I understand what would be a concern, because this guy isn't just there for this season. He's going to be hopefully in the National Hockey League for another 10 years, and we're going to be able to enjoy how good a player he is.
It's funny because I wonder, Neil, and I'm going to put you in the role play role here. Steve Yzerman has a job to do, obviously, with the Tampa Bay Lightning, but he's also in charge of the Olympic team. If you're Steve Yzerman, is there part of you in any way, shape, or form that might feel a bit conflicted? You want him to play at the Olympics, but you want to make sure he's healthy for your first team, first and foremost.
Yeah, he would be most concerned about Tampa Bay Lightning way before the Olympic team.
Yeah.
And if he isn't, I would be shocked, because that's who's paying him his salary and letting him take the time to go and work on the Olympic team and that. And he owes it to them first and foremost. That's the way it's going to be. So, I think, second of all, yeah, would you like to have him on your team so you can win another gold medal? Of course. But your main concern is going to be about your business that you operate, and that's the Tampa Bay Lightning.
And I think sometimes we forget about that as fans. We're thinking, let's get ready for the Olympics. Well, wait a second. Let's make sure he plays a game for Tampa before we even think about the Olympics. Because, again, the Tampa owners, they're saying, well, I don't want to risk having my star player get hurt again overseas, thousands of miles away in Russia. That's got to play a factor too.
Yeah,
the Tampa ownership, doesn't it, Neil?
Tampa fans are really concerned. That's why I brought it up, because they're really concerned that they're maybe rushing him and just to get him back in the Olympics, and it could be a problem down the road for the Tampa Bay Lightning, and they don't want that.
It is aggressive rehab, no doubt about that. Neil, how much does ownership play in this here?
Well, I think ownership plays a big role. After all, again, they're the ones that are paying the salaries to the guys, and they're the ones that can ultimately call the shots on this. But if I were them, and I can't imagine that they're thinking any differently, the boss in this whole thing wouldn't be the owner, it wouldn't be Yzerman, and it wouldn't be Stamkos, it would be the doctors. And those guys would be the bosses of telling you when he's able to play and how much he's able to play. And no matter how much Steve himself wants to play in the Olympics, and no matter how much Yzerman wants him to play in the Olympics, or for that matter, the whole country of Canada, if that doctor isn't 100% sure that leg is 100%, then he shouldn't be letting him go and play. Just like he shouldn't be letting him play against Pittsburgh Penguins or whoever in a game if he's not 100%. He's got a marvelous career ahead of him, and he's got a marvelous career that's going to help Tampa Bay Lightning for a long time. And the doctors have got they will be the ones that will be determining when the time is right. So I would tell the Lightning fans to rest assured that it's in the doctor's hands, and it's not in the hands of the owners or the Stevie or the coach. It's in the doctor's hands, who are the professionals.